So, a very special edition of Blues Brews reviews, because this week we're having, the name is a work in progress, Oktoberfest. I don't like it. I don't like the name. I don't like the name. We gotta workshop something. But yes, our very own Homebrew Oktoberfest. It's a 5.5% ish beer, 30 IBU ish. I have no way of judging that. And it was made here in this house, which is pretty cool. HBG, what's going on? Hello. Welcome. How you doing? So, let's get this cracked open and see how it is. And I'm gonna pour it out into my mug, and I'm probably gonna drink half and give half to Niltiak, because we only have so many. No worries, Libby. No worries. So I have a little bit of fear when I open these bottles, because they mention if they overcarbonate that they'll foam over. We've opened one before and it didn't. So I'm hoping this one doesn't. But I do have a towel here just in case that happens. Doing this right in front of my computer is probably not a smart thing to do, but we're going to anyways. But it still makes me nervous. All right. That was a very satisfying pop. That was a very satisfying pop. I hope that came through on camera. Just how nice that sounded. It didn't sound very carbonated though, which does have me a little worried. Let's hope it's not flat. Oh no, there's bubbles in there. Now there might be some sediment on the bottom that we got to be careful about, so... Oh, actually, this was one of the good bottles. No, we got a little bit. There was a little bit in the bottom there. Well, would you look at that? That's a nice looking beer. And it's a really nice cup too. I think it should be more see-through, but the sediment that kind of came out at the end fogs it up a little bit. Yeah, I'll try not to, Libby. I'll try not to spill it all over my keyboard. Let's get a nice photo of it. See how it looks on the light. If the light is centered. You know, it looks like a beer. Which, good. I hope so. Look at that. That's purty. Oh no, HBG. Oh no. I've spilt stuff on my keyboard before. It is terrifying. What do you mean my lens may need cleaning? What do you mean, Google? Who says that? It does look very good. It doesn't have a lot of bubbles in it. Oh, and I got a snap from my friend Sam. Oh, he started the seeds. Oh, he's ahead of me now. I was going to do that this weekend, and I forgot. It's not that I forgot. I was just doing other things. It did, actually, Libby. It really did need cleaning. All right. I did hear about that HBG. I did. I saw the video of the little guys howling today. It was so cool. I have a cousin in Vermont who makes really good cider. I know this is more beer than cider, but if you do all decide to come here on Memorial Day weekend-ish, then I'll try and see if I could get some of it here. Meg, I mean, I'm not going to say no. Not going to say no. Twitch is on my phone. I looked around for a second, wondering where my phone was. Oh, man. All right. Hey, let's give this a taste. Cheers. Happy National Beer Day, everybody. Officially part of the home brewing club. It's a little hazy. Just from the sediment, I think. Sometimes it could be a little more clear, I suppose, but smells like a beer. Cheers, everybody. To the first of hopefully many. Hey, that tastes like a beer to me. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's flat. It's not super carbonated, though. Oh, no, Eric. Yeah. It's not insanely carbonated. Not this one. It does taste good, though. The description that I have here is just from the website. The website for this beer mixture. So it's a full-bodied malty beer based on the traditional Oktoberfest style, a light red hue, I guess. Subtle bitterness and caramel sweetness. Subtle bitterness, yeah, I'll give them that. I'm not getting too much caramel. It does taste like what you would expect an Oktoberfest beer to taste like. I kind of wish it was more foamy, honestly. Like a nice, really frothy head on an Oktoberfest would be nice. But you know, you can't be too picky. Nice, Libby. It's very easy to drink. You know, there's one of those, I have no idea how you measure what the ABV is, what the IBUs are. That's just what the recipe says. How much of that actually changes or can be changed, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty good. I don't even know, like, what I would change, you know? It's not, okay, the more I drink it, it's not flat. It definitely does have some carbonation to it. You know, I think if I were to change anything, I think it'd be interesting to try some smoked or roasted malt in there also. I think that might make it a little I almost said spicier. That's not the word I want. Festive. Zazzy. I don't know. I don't know what the word I want to use is. I think it might add a little bit. Of course, I really don't know what I'm talking about. I don't really know what goes into modifying beer, like how much you change of one versus the other. I've read books about it, but I probably haven't retained that knowledge. I'm not going to put ginger ale in there, Eric. I'm not going to do that. But honestly, I'm impressed. Let's see. How was the process? It wasn't that bad, to be honest. It was kind of stressful because you really had to make sure things didn't boil over. And it does foam up a lot. It does foam up a lot when you're doing that initial boil, and it has to boil for like an hour. So you're just basically watching it to make sure it's not like it's simmering. You don't want it to be like super hard boil. You don't want it to foam over. Blue Crew Brewery went, well, working on it, Eric. One step at a time. One step at a time. Um, you know, honestly, most of it was just waiting. That's the hard part. Bottling wasn't that bad. It is tedious. It is tedious to do the bottling, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not that bad really. I think just waiting. Waiting is the hardest part. Waiting is really the hardest part. But now that we've figured it out, at least done the first steps, shouldn't be too bad to try again. But I'm gonna enjoy this while we've got it. It's, I don't know, I like Oktoberfests. Even though sometimes when I review an Oktoberfest, it doesn't seem like I really enjoy them. I do actually enjoy this one. It's pretty nice. Do I wish it'd be a little more carbonated? Yes. And I don't really know how you do that, because you don't want to over-carbonate it. There are ways to recarbonate these. I don't want to wait, though. I mean, I see little bubbles in there. It's not like it's flat. I think I want more. Listen, though, that's really good. It's really easy to drink. I don't know if it's because I had a light dinner. Normally I eat a lot before stream. And it's not good, because then I'm sitting here trying to drink a beer and I'm just like, oh, I'm so full. I didn't eat that much. So I have more room. I should do an Irish stout and call it Blue Innis. I think that name is copyrighted, Eric. Sorry, not Eric. Waggy. Eric's message was right above it. For some reason, the colors of people's names on my monitors are different. And I don't know why. Because on this monitor, you guys have the same color name, and I'm not sure why. Light dinner, and he normally just eats sound. I'm like Plankton. I just eat holographs. That's all I have for dinner for a light dinner. No, I made sure I left room, but honestly, like, if I didn't want to conserve this, I want to make sure Niltiak gets some. I feel like you could crush this. It's not Guinness. It's Blinnis. Blinnis. It's totally different. Okay. You tell the lawyers that. Then I'd have to figure out how to do nitro. I feel like that's a bold second beer to do. Blue brew. Yeah, I feel like that's got to be like the basic beer though, Phony. That's got to be the lager, you know. You know, Blue-Toberfest isn't bad, but it's not. We could use some workshopping. Okay, we'll work on the name before we get it out to production. We'll all pitch in, you know, to come up with this. I hope. Right. Yeah, Blues Brew is the Miller Lite of our brewery. The cheap shitty beer, as we'll call it. But even though it will taste like a cheap shitty beer, it'll be expensive. Oh man. No, honestly I like it a lot. I'm impressed. I was kind of worried that it'd be one of those, you know, you wait like 5 weeks and then you drink it and it's like, oh, that's, yeah, oh, it's a beer, you know. But I actually like this. I would actually, I mean, I am drinking it, but I would actually drink it. It's I think that's a good bar to have in your mind of, would you actually want to buy this and drink it? And I think I would. Not that I'm going to sell it, but Yeah, we could have them all named after birds. There you go. Come up with an Oktoberfest themed like bird beer. Wouldn't the light version be light blue? Oh my god. How did we not think of this, chat? This is why mom is here. Thank you. Thank you for that amazing idea. Huh. But that means we have to make like a full fat beer then too. We'll have light blue and then we'll just have blue banquet, but it can't be called banquet. Blue heavy. I've heard people say that about Bud Light and then Bud Heavy. Okay, I just found this on Etsy, but I think it's AI generated, so, you know, take that with a grain of salt. But it's a turn for the worst shirt. which I don't hate. I was trying to I'm like trying to find bird puns and I was like, "Oh, this one also is it's also Oktoberfest." You want to know how I found it, Eric? I literally searched Oktoberfest bird and that showed up. The stout would be dark blue. Yes. Yes. We'll come up with a name. Like I said, we'll workshop it. India Pale Blue Ale. Do you guys remember a year ago we did Blues Hughes reviews? Already. That was a year ago. And I'm wearing my Azure shirt for it, which is just great. Do I need the food coloring? Are we going to dye the beer blue? Every single beer that comes out is dyed blue from the factory. Remember purple ketchup? Oh yeah, I remember purple ketchup. I remember. I'm impressed. Blue, yep. I mean, we might as well see what it looks like. Oh, have it in a blue bottle. Yeah, you know, we might as well see what it looks like. Dye the rest of it. I'm gonna give it to Caitlin though. But it's not the worst idea. What's happening, Eric? What's happening to your internet? Does it not want you to enjoy beer day? Does this stuff go bad? I doubt it. Oh, well, it also has 2 years left on its best by date, so depends on how to create a blue original brew and how to sell it. All right. We're gonna do 3 drops at first, because you don't need a lot of this stuff. Three drops might have been too much. It's kind of green. Well, yeah, of course it's green. We added blue to yellow. Of course it's gonna be green. I don't think it could go bad anyways. The amount that you'd consume is so small. Yeah, I know, Libby. I should have thought about that. I don't really know what you would have done different. What do you add to yellow to make it blue? Because we did just kind of make a dark green beer now. It's like teal. You don't. Oh. Well, I guess I could add more, but I don't really want to. You know, it didn't even cross my mind. It did not even cross my mind that adding blue to that would make it green. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll just add a couple drops of blue and it'll be blue. Of course. Forgetting that beer has its own color. Of course. I'd have to mix in a magenta. Yeah, no, that's... The best I can do is coral. Or pink. Someday Niltiak can teach me the color wheel. Someday. Anyways, this looks way grosser now. At least it foamed it up a little bit. It kind of looks like I'm drinking a stout now, though. It does. It does look like murky swamp water. It's like teal. It's teal. It feels a little weird drinking it. I'll give you that. Anyways, happy beer day, everybody. Happy National Beer Day. What a fun what a fun event. Our first homebrew. I'm pretty pleased. It looks green there. I don't think you can use much over-the-counter regular grocery stuff to make it blue. I think there are types of edible algae that have been used to turn beer blue before, but I think it has to be done in the fermentation process. Well, seems like now's the time to learn, huh? I guess now is the time to learn. Or it'll just be named after blue, but we won't actually make it blue because that's just annoying. Does spirulina make things blue, or does it make it this green? Because we were just reading about spirulina at work the other day, because they have it at the cafe to like mix into smoothies, and that's an algae. But that's like this color. It's like this dark greenish blue. It's called blue spirulina. Is it really? Is a type of blue-green algae. Yeah, but it's definitely green. It's more green than blue. We could put blueberries in it, though. That's true. Blueberry wheat beers are very popular. Anyways, I think a roaring success for the first home brew. Maybe that's what we can call it. Home-Blue. Home-Blue number 1. Now, that's hard to say, but I like it. It's an option. 1840 makes a beer with it, and it's like turquoise. Yeah, like it's going to be like this, I feel like. We're never going to truly achieve a blue beer, but maybe we can get close. But I think, what a success. At least, I like to drink it, and that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. So, If we modify the recipe at some point, I'll add it to Untapped, and I can review it and check it in then. But for now, you'll just get my stamp of approval of, I like it. It's a good beer. Should I have put food coloring in it? No, I shouldn't have. That was a mistake. But would I make more? Yeah, probably. I don't see why not. It's cool. I think it's pretty cool. So thank you guys for joining me today on National Beer Day. I did not plan when we were making this beer that the first Monday after it was complete would be National Beer Day. That just happened by happenstance. But I won't complain about that. It's a good happenstance. So tune in a week from today, the 14th, for another new beer review. I've got them all lined up in my basement of which ones I'm going to have. So we're going to have a new beer to try that we'll actually be able to check in. And we're going to be drinking through this, and then maybe we'll make some more. Actually, we'll probably start some more before this is consumed, because it takes like a month. It takes a long time. So cheers, everybody. Happy National Beer Day. From me to you, and from my Home-Blue-Brew to you. Cheers, everybody.